Hey folks, okay. Excuse me. This is my last attempt today to try to make a video. Again, for every single one that I post, there's at least 10 to 15 that are nothing but blundersome. I just wanted to highlight today, especially, at any cost, the Alocasia cuprea and its new set of twin leaves coming out. And they're now in the process of getting rotated and positioned. This one on the left is still pointing the wrong way, kind of. It's pointing upwards. The one on the right has oriented nicely. Got a whole bunch of new stuff growing here. Got new stuff growing here. And just waiting for new stuff there. New stuff there. New stuff everywhere. The Bambino. The Michelitziana. Again, the Islaniis, the Gloriosums, the Gigases, the Verrucosum, the Melanochrysum, the Sotoroi, the Majestic. Everybody has new growth or new leaves showing and out and on the way. Even the two baby pink princesses are finally starting to move and do their thing, which I'm really happy about. Where am I? Yeah, all of the Ring of Fires are starting to get nice, big, wide, fat leaves. As you can see, really happy with the way they're turning out. They're going to be nice and big by year's end, and they're going to really help me spread out foliage. I think I'm going to drop, ultimately I'm going to drop this Silver Sword down, and then I think I'm going to be taking these two Ring of Fires and dropping them down in this area, because ultimately I don't know if I'm going to even keep the Jungle Boogie. It's just boring. What can I say? It doesn't climb. It really doesn't. It didn't do anything. While the other plant, the other sawtooth, the golden crocodile, and right there, and the Ring of Fire, obviously, they do fine. They love to climb. They're doing great. They adapted lickety-split to being slapped onto a tube. As you can see, their trunk is now completely vertical. They're an upward vining plant now that just happens to have long, very, very, very long leaves that are almost fronded by their indentation. Sawtooth is a really great moniker for them. Unlike a rattlesnake plant. Yeah, show me where you see. Anybody who sees a rattlesnake's tail in that leaf is you need a new brain, because the lobotomy worked. I don't know what to say. Okay, if anything, that's the painting of a tree or some other kind of plant on that leaf, and somebody should figure out what other plant that really looks like and call it the so-and-so painted plant. I don't know. But a rattlesnake? Come on. Jeebus. These leaves do shake and vibrate when they're the plant is in actively closing up or opening up mode. Some of the leaves don't just evenly and slowly fold or up or down. They do it jerkily. They'll snap 3 inches upwards, and then the whole leaf will vibrate from that snap for almost a minute, sometimes more than a minute. And maybe that's why somebody thought to attach that really dumb moniker to the plant. But yeah, that's the dumbest name for a plant I've ever seen. Or heard, sorry. And seen, but yeah. Get with it, people. There is the Silver Sword. This is the top cut of the flowering plant, as all of you should well remember if you follow me with any regularity. Doing great. New leaf tip plainly visible now on the Baby Majestic. This is the new leaf coming out. Now this leaf was already on the way when they packed this, so I'm expecting a little bit of damage, and I do think I see just a teeny bit, but again, doesn't concern me. It's actively pushing out a leaf, which means it is actively adapting and growing to my conditions. Same with the Melanochrysum. And look at that now. that the final color is almost fully on that new leaf, and there is a clearly defined leaf tip showing coming out of the cataphil. So everything's doing nicely, and again, the verrucosum. Again, look, another new leaf being pushed out, coming up right past that curlicue janky jank. Which I'm not touching, by the way. I'm not doing a damn thing. I'm not snipping, I'm not moving. Well, occasionally, when I come in with the baser, I might hit the pole on the right, which will, jiggle leaves a little bit like that. But other than that, I'm very careful to not so much as breathe on this plant. I don't disturb it, let it do what it's going to do. It's got to focus on one thing, acclimation. And that's what I'm letting it do. I keep it nice and damp at all times, so it's never lacking for water. I know they do like to, not ever dry out as far as their actual roots go. And that's another thing I love about this whole perforated tube with the sphagnum moss deal. It's very, if you really pay attention to what you're doing, it's very easy to fine-tune on a daily basis the moisture level within the tube. I could just add a baster every 8 hours and do the entire room this way, but that gets silly. That I think is going overboard. But between 3 and 4 basters with an occasional break of between 1 to 2 basters is pretty much how pretty much everything here seems to end up going and working. And in a few more days, I'm probably going to have to tape this gigas back to the new pole. But that root node isn't high enough to do anything anyway. It can't tap in. It's too far below the holes. But this leaf coming out, its node is going to be a perfect height to tap in. But I'll give the plant a chance to hug the pole on its own. It might be wanting to lean, though, because of that light. That's, it's near the cone. So if it's a little bit thirsty for lighting, because there isn't a white spot up here, like I have there, and there, and there. Here there is none because of that spot right there. So, it may want to drift to the right now that it can, because it's on the pole center and not on the left of the pole. A week or two ago, this plant was traveling up the pole on the left side. So the tube itself was keeping it from moving over to the right, really, to get any benefit from this light cone that's centered over the avocado. But now that it's centered over its tube, it can now slip over to the right, because everything behind it now is moving away from the stem of the plant. There's nothing to block it from slipping towards the wall over there. Now I just got to wait and see if it does that, or if it just backs itself back up towards the pole and continue going straight. So I'll give it the opportunity to do that on its own, and if not, then I just, as soon as it clears the first hole with a node, which this one I don't think will do, so it's the one after that that's going to be part of that leaf, then it gets taped to the tube with plant Velcro. Speaking of which, I'm going to be removing soon the Velcro from the pothos. I think it's rooted in nicely and knows where to go now. The moment I can, I remove the Velcro. I don't like it. Sometimes I have to wrap it, fairly tightly around the plant, and I get uncomfortable as time really moves on that it'll end up digging in, to the stem, or just giving a little bit of a crimp, which the plant doesn't need. I don't even know if it bothers the plant or not, but it's not necessary, and it bothers me, so I'll get rid of it. Okay, here is the Persian medallion doing great. The Alocasia table's doing great. These are the 3 sunsets that I'm thinking of combining together to make one nice bushy plant in a 6-inch pot. And we close, of course, on the solemns, and I really want to go just a little bit. It's common as dirt, right? But they're really pretty little flowers. Look at that, the spider plants. They are. They're dainty, they're tiny, they're white with yellow, and they are pretty. And, you know, for the occasional outburst of them that you get, they just flash in front of you like that. And once that's all green, they'll stand out even more. But, yeah, I like them. I like the spider plant flowers. The runners, on the other hand, are a bit of a pain because they just get in the way. And look how they're crisscrossing here and filling out the area. I let them go for a while, but yeah, they actually get to be annoying. And first I want the plants themselves to get larger and do that. I want that little fountain of leaves first before I get the runners that then drop down. I want, yeah. Here they're doing runners first and then the slow build up of foliage. Nuh-uh. I'm going to keep clipping the runners until, and direct the energy first towards the center of the plant. And then the runners can do whatever the frack they want. And I'm trying to do the same thing over here as well. So I periodically come by and just snip them down. But that's what's going on, folks. So we'll come back to the start of the show. And I'll tell you all to have fun.